Anyone with questions? Councillor Jordan?
Yes, thank you for your presentation. I just want to clarify, how much money annually do you think would be saved?
Your 2.25% increase on your current salary of $50,600 is $1,140. You would, of that $1,140, the most that most of you would get would be $700 or $800. Some of you will only get about $600, depending on your income level. That's for the year. Monthly, that's $50 or $60 a month. And I should mention, I'm glad you've answered that question. I would rather see this increase that you would get spread over 28 councils and a chairman, which would come to about $35,000. I would rather see that money go to your social services department to be given to people who really need it.
Okay, so $35,000
in total, yes.
Thank you.
Councillor O'Connell?
Thank you. And through the chair, thank you, Mr. Milosh, for your presentation. I heard your presentation at Finance as well, and you mentioned that it's not a significant amount of money, and at Finance you elaborated a little bit more in terms of the point of your request. Could you elaborate on that?
Be happy to do so. The $35,000 in total for this year and for next year is a relatively small amount as compared to an annual budget of $1.3 billion. As I mentioned in my second point or benefit, you're sending a message to your employees, whether they be unionized or salaried, that perhaps their expectations should be tempered. Your current union contract with CUPE provides them for this 3-year period 2.25% a year. Imagine if that was not zero, but imagine it was 1.25% rather than 2.25%. That 1% reduction would result in savings of several $million, $3, $4, $5, $6 million. So had that contract been struck for 1.25% rather than 2.25%, times 3 for 3 years, you're looking at $10, $15 million. That's where the real potential savings are. But you're not going to have a chance to negotiate and bargain that with your unions if you take the 2.25%. You've lost your leverage for the next contract.
Councillor Rodrigues?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and through you to the delegation. Thank you for your presentation, bringing forth the information. Earlier, you mentioned you're content with the current level of councillor salaries and so forth. How did you derive that as the basis? What did
at the Finance Committee meeting last week, Mr. Anderson pointed out that there's a report. He mentioned the year 2008 and an open process pertaining to this, but the report copy that I got is dated February 2004. He's no longer here, but the author of the report, Garth Johns, who was here a few minutes ago, did a comprehensive and I think very good report. And as I say, I have little or no dispute with this report. It covers everything. On page 3, I think you should all get a copy of this if you don't have it. It makes reference to salary, tax-free status, severance arrangements, benefits, pensions, harmonization of salaries. I think it's a good report. I think it's on balance, it's fair. The only criticism I have of it is it wasn't prepared by an independent third party. It's prepared in-house, which to me gives it a tinge of conflict of interest.
Thank you very much. And would you be able to provide that to councillors?
Absolutely. I can email it to anyone who wants it.
Thank you again for your presentation. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Anyone else? Being none, thank you very much.